Okay, I'm going to share with you one of the ways that I do trauma tracing, which is, that's what I call it. I don't know if anybody else does, but that's what I call it. So let's say in the instance of my ex-husband, one of the things that used to really frustrate me about him is that he never listened to me fully finish a sentence. I wasn't heard, right? Halfway through it, he was already saying whatever he wanted to say, which discounted whatever I was even thinking in my head. Why did it hurt me so much every time he did that? So I wrote down on a piece of paper, every time he discounts my feelings and won't let me finish a sentence, I get triggered. Then the next step is why? Why do I get triggered when I can't finish my sentence? And then you can trace it back to what happened when I was little. Did people listen to me? Have people been telling me my entire life to shush? I was the youngest child. I was the one that was always trying to talk. I was the one that was always trying to be heard. And everybody consistently told me, shush, shut up. So that's how I know that I have a line of trauma, that something is affecting me now that started from when I was very, very, very young. I'm the one that had a problem with not being heard. He didn't care whether or not I was heard or not, but it was the trigger inside me. So a lot of times when you feel an emotion rise up, right? When you feel that emotion come to the surface and you want to cry, if you're having a conversation with somebody and you immediately feel triggered like you want to cry, that's trauma. So write down what happened in that time frame, and then you can start tracing it back step by step. And it might be like an aha moment right then. It might take you a long time to figure it out. And sometimes you can even Google stuff. Like every time somebody tells me to shut up, I get triggered. What is this? And Google will pull up a bunch of searches for you. There's lots of ways to figure out what it is. But another thing that I will say is you can always start working on your personality traits. You can go online and take quizzes of your personality traits, and it'll kind of kick back to you who you are and where you are. And then you can start doing some research on that and figure out how that trait in your personality functions. And it will lead you directly back to trauma. So those are some places that you can start with.